Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Psychology for Every Day. It's me, Dr. Laird Bridgman, your friendly neighborhood psychologist. And I'm coming to you at the moment from my office. And today's episode is going to be talking about the things we learned from 2023. So stay tuned. If you like what you're seeing, smash the like button. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. I'd love to see you again in a future episode. People start the new year and they do all the New Year's resolutions things, right? How many of you did New Year's resolutions? I hope not very many, because the research on the outcomes and the effectiveness of New Year's resolutions is really poor. People have grand ideas about things they're going to do. They're going to lose weight. They're going to eat better. They're going to do all these wonderful things. And as much as it's great to have goals and good things to think about doing, for the most part, those goals come without some kind of an implementation plan. So there are no steps to success for those goals. And there's also no accountability kind of format laid in, and there's no timetable laid in. So if you say to yourself, this year I'm going to lose weight, when do you start losing weight? Well, research shows people start thinking about it at the end of the year. And then it becomes regret rather than something they put into action planning. So instead of doing like New Year's resolutions and all that stuff, I thought today we'd talk about what did we learn from 23. Now, there are a boatload of things we could talk about that happened in 23, and things that, so many things we could have learned at a socio-cultural level, individual levels. And I hope that all of you do take 5 minutes or 10 minutes to sit down and think about, what did you learn from 23 that you're going to put into action for 24, okay? And maybe if you like, put in the comments if you'd like me to do a video on how to develop an action plan for yourself and to create steps to change. I'd be happy to do that. Something that we do a lot in the office. And in the classroom where I'm headed at the moment, where I teach at the Chicago School in Anaheim, California. So there was a article that came out recently about the most popular trends in 2023. And the thing that led by far for trends in 23 was mindfulness and meditation. Really just kind of shocking the heck out of me as a mental health professional to find a mental health topic that led the charge and by a wide margin for trending topics out of 2023. But if we think about the trajectory of, everybody recovering from COVID and lockdown and all of the other things that are going on, combined with the increasing popularity of mindfulness, meditation, and broadly yoga in the mental health field, and I think that makes sense. I think a lot of mental health professionals are putting out video content on mindfulness, and I've done a search and I've looked at it for my own patients, and there is a boatload of videos on how to do mindful meditation. So that's all great. There is a boatload of research also on the benefits of the components of mindful meditation. So that includes the breathing exercises that you do while you're meditating, as well as the mental practice of meditation. Now, we could define meditation in a lot of ways, and you can think of the classic person sitting in a lotus position with their legs crossed and their palms facing upward, and they're chanting or saying some other kind of mindless phrasing or words or something, which serves to put the brain in as inactive a state as you can kind of put a brain. A brain is a very active organ, so it's always pinging and firing. It's why it's hard. Like, if you feel it's hard for you to meditate, or it's hard for you to pray or to be quiet, well, that's hard for everybody, because the brain is really not designed to be in neutral. Even when we're sleeping, it's not in neutral. So the idea that mindfulness was kind of the leading topic of 23, I think is very noteworthy, but I think it's also then something we should all be thinking about for 24. And I wanted to make one main point about this idea of mindful meditation that I think puts a lot of people off. And it is that idea of sitting quietly, being still, and trying to think of nothing. And that's actually not what mindful meditation is about. Mindful meditation is really about being fully present in your body. There's a number of tricks that they will teach you on the pathway of learning how to, be present and be in your body. And you can learn about those in the videos. This is not time for me to cover that here. But I just wanted to say that if I could show you, or you could find out for yourself, a way that you could practice this meditative state of being the kind of semi-passive observer of your own experience while you're going through the day, and instead of having to sit quietly for 5 minutes or 30 minutes or whatever you're going to do for meditation, would that be something that seems more interesting and more doable for you? And if so, then I encourage you to look into mindfulness and approach it from that point of view, that as much as even the most common videos, they talk about the whole sitting still thing. There are also videos you can find about mindful walking, and that's more the gear you want to go towards. You want to go towards the idea that you don't have to be passive and sitting still with your body in order to be in a meditative state. Like, I'm in kind of a meditative state at the moment while I'm driving and I'm talking to you. So my brain is active in processing all of the information that it's receiving from all of my senses, and my brain is automatically, kind of paying attention to all that, like it does for everybody as we're going down the road and we're having conversations. We are indeed paying attention to our speed, and we're paying attention to how much we turn the steering wheel, or which direction we're checking our mirrors and all that stuff. But we're not actually thinking about those things, right? So we have this ability to do this multitasking thing. And as much as driving down the road is not the best example of being, fully in a mindful meditative state, it is an example of, even during driving, you can be mindfully aware and be in a more meditative state, which is really about where your brain waves are kind of fluctuating. What zone are you hitting in alpha or whatever? That's the idea that I wanted to kind of put forth today. I want everybody to think about what did you learn in 23, and what are you going to do different in 24? And then I just want to thank you for tuning in. My goal for 24 for me is to put out enough video content for all of you that hopefully I can drop as many tips and tricks about psychological principles that hopefully apply to your everyday lives, that you find it helpful and interesting, and that you will want to subscribe and smash the thumbs up button. And if you haven't done that, please take a minute to do that now, because that'll help us tremendously as we move to advance the channel. So thank you all for tuning in. I hope you're having a great day. And if you're not, try and make it a better one. All right, I'll see you next time.